Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. Last season, they couldn't get the edge in the matchup as they went 1-2 in the season series.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Well, Smitty, tonight a lot of experience on the floor. Guys who have been going up against each other for a very long time.
You have to have those wily vets. I know young guys get up and down athleticism, but the vets, they just know how to play, especially when you have one of those experienced guys coming off the bench. He could be very key to making a run and also changing the course of the game.
And guys look for ways to kind of get up for a game, don't they? They like the individual rivalries they see.
Yeah, they love it. You get a chance to look down there and see another guy you've been going against each other for years. It's you versus him in somewhat of a game within the game.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sexton and Smith are the guard tandem. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. And it's Hood in at the small forward position. Now here's Hood. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Lowry passes to Leonard. Back to Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade. Now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Green. Well, Smitty, when it comes to Danny Green, this guy's got a lot of courage. We know that. The man lives with 2 enormous boa constrictors.
Jade and Lightning, those are their names. He's had Jade since his days at North Carolina. Said that given his busy schedule, snakes were just a lot easier to take care of than other pets.
Well, Steve, when you look at the core of this Raptors team, all in their prime to late prime.
The window is closing for this group. The team should definitely feel a sense of urgency on making the most of this opportunity.
Now, here's Thompson. Hood for 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
At 6'8", closing out on Rodney Hood, it is difficult to defend.
Love against Ibaka. Green, the screen. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Unloads. And that one hits back iron. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And a wide open look for Hood. And it's off from 3-point range. Outside, Green. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Hood dishes to Thompson. Back to Hood. Ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Nancy's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Korver comes in for Rodney Hood. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Hill in for Sexton. It's a pick by Love. From deep 3-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow.
Coming off that screen ready, Hill makes it count.
It's stolen by Korver. Hill left side. And there's the pass to Love. The steal. Anunoby kicks to Powell. And again, no good by Toronto. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Knocks it loose. He's all alone. Finishes the break with a slam.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
And then slams it in.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Miles, that's good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cleveland ahead, leading by just one. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to the floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Toronto right now, Anunoby out there with C.J. Miles. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. Anunoby passes to Miles. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
And that one is good. Steve, there's plenty of discussion that the NBA has become less physical and more over-officiated. What's your opinion on letting guys play a little bit more?
I think, Kevin, is freedom of movement. And I think when you took out hand checking and obviously arm bar checking and down in the post, it's hard to guard some of these fantastic players with their skill set and obviously with their athleticism. A guy dribbling at you at 100 miles per hour, how do you get your balance without touching him? And I think that's where you start to see a lot of the fouls called. And a lot of fans are looking back in the day saying, oh, that wasn't a foul. But I think under the rules, the referees have to call these plays because there's no hand checking.
Both teams will make substitutions.
And checking out the numbers for Clarkson. Last season's performance for him averaged about 14 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well. The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
He dishes it to Hood. Pushing it up. Here's Wright. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
Hood kicks to Nwaba. There's the screen. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. There's 57 seconds left here in the second. The screen from Thompson. And it's Hood in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Hood's got his second bucket tonight.
The quick trigger. Hood piercing the defense with the effective catch and shoot J.
Right outside. Screened by Ibaka. Right side. Now the feed to Ibaka. Over Hood. Ibaka, no luck. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Leonard with the steal. Pull-up jumper. Nance gets the rebound.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And that one good from Clarkson.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
Left side, Leonard. Over Hood. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
You know, this is the discipline you need to play with. At this level, number of possessions matters.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Cavaliers lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Well, their poor rebounding is really hurting. It hasn't killed them on the scoreboard yet, but they need to pick it up. This is a game they can win. If they come out hustling in the second half, they can win.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
The evening commute has plenty of people on the move here tonight in Toronto, where we welcome you back to On 2K. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Without question, Rodney Hood displaying his skills today.
I guess you could say his performance transcends the stat sheet.
Well, there are guys who worry about their numbers. He is not one of those guys, believe me.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Toronto trailing. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, on the perimeter, Smith and Hood. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. And it's Sexton in at the 1 spot. Well, Steve, to play in the NBA, you need to be in peak shape. Talk about your diet and workout regimen back when you were in the game.
I will give myself an A+ for workout regimen back in the day, Kevin.
Wow.
And then that diet part, I would say C-.
That was a D.
Yeah, you got it right. I would say a D. I try to give myself a little credit and say C-. I would say I love to see right now the cross workouts right now with guys doing Pilates, yoga, swimming. They're trying different things.
And he gets it to go.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw good, Sexton. And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
Hood against Leonard. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That is his first foul of the game. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Kyle Lowry. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Osman's checked in. 1:46 left to play here in the third. Leonard inside, working on Love. Leonard, the pass to Green. Leonard sets a screen for Green. Drains the three-pointer. Green's got the lead up to 3 now for the Raptors.
I love the elevation Danny Green gets on his jumper. Makes him tough to defend from distance.
Love right side. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul for the Cavaliers. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Smith. And George Hills subbed in for Sexton. Shoots from the line. Korver, no luck.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Green kicks to VanVleet. Green, the screen. Pass to Anunoby. And he uses the glass on the layup. Anunoby's got his second basket.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
They set the pick. Hill passes to Thompson. The dish to Korver. On the wing, Hill. Love with the screen for Hill. Shoots off the screen. Green with the rebound.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Now, here's Green. And again, Toronto with the triple.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside Hill. Passes it to Love. Got a piece of it. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fellas.
And so it's Toronto holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. And we'll be back with you shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas. White is out there with Lowry, and it's Miles in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Out left to the wing. They set the screen. Back to Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
It is nice to have a big target like Valanciunas to throw the alley-oops to.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Love, no good.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
It's Miles on the wing. He kicks to Ibaka. Fires from 14. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
When Hood gets room to shoot from the mid-range, he's as good as they come.
Valanciunas with a screen on Hill. Screen by Valanciunas. Right against Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Some changes for Toronto. Leonard comes in for C.J. Miles. And it's Green in for DeLon Wright. J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Sexton comes in for George Hill. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Valanciunas, good.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're down by 10. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, guys, I know you've worked hard. I know you're a little tired, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath, and let's get it done. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David.
For a guy who plays the power forward and sometimes the center spot, he has great touch at the line. Kevin Love is a tremendous face-up shooter.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And Love once had a 30-30 game as a member of the Timberwolves. The guy is a force.
Lowry kicks to Leonard. Up top, Ibaka. He's guarded by Love. Screened by Ibaka. Pass to Lowry. Hood against Leonard. Over Hood. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Raptors.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kawhi Leonard.
Active hands tonight. He may have gambled a bit, but sometimes you have to take chances to make plays, and he did that tonight.
9 feet out. And he overshot that one, missing. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Smith, the pass to Sexton. Off target from three-point range. Outside Lowry. And so it's Toronto winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
It feels good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.